Many times when children go to the hospital or even just the doctor's office, they may experience some anxiety. Well, today we're highlighting a new project that aims to help ease their fears and calm those nerves. Several companies have teamed up to create really a whimsical animal character at CS Children's Hospital, a number of characters. And this, of course, is at the University of Michigan. And we have a couple of guests joining us today to tell us why this program is so important. We're so honored to have them both. We have Luann Ewald, the Chief Operating Officer of CS Children's Hospital, and Von Voigtler Women's Hospital, and also Karen McDonald, a specialty apparel designer with Healthmark Industries. Thank you both for being with us today.
Thanks,
Alicia.
First of all, Karen, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about what's involved with this project and the companies that are taking part.
Well, we at Healthmark Industries, we are involved with the sterilization and verification of cleaning instruments in the hospitals and the OR. But we also have a segment of our business is PPE. And we feel that it should, in talking to doctors and nurses, a lot of times they're looking for ways they can express themselves. They have their uniforms to wear, but they would like to just show a little bit about who they are and their character as well. And in talking to them, they had also mentioned those that interact with kids, the difficulty and challenges of interacting with children because of the fear when they're in the hospital. So we decided that in our manufacturing of headwear and some of the other items that we do, that we would look for a company to partner with to develop something that would be cheerful for kids that the doctors and nurses could wear and just reduce that anxiety. And the first company we thought about was right in our own backyard. We're located in Fraser, Michigan, and Avanti Press is located in Detroit. And I don't know if you're familiar with the greeting cards, but just fun animals and all different types of characters dressed up in fun animals and different poses and that. They were interested, and we also coordinated with Fathead in terms of not only including it on PPE, but in decorating the hospital walls and floors and ceilings too. And it's been terrific. And I'll let you talk about that, Luann.
I think these are very cheerful images, and I know exactly the cards you're talking about. I love Avanti cards. Every time I see them, they just make me smile. So I can imagine how they can help the kiddos there. Now, I understand this project got underway during the height of the pandemic. Now, Luann, how have kids and parents and caregivers at CS Mont reacted to seeing these images?
Well, we were really excited to partner with Karen and her team because hospitals can be scary places for adults, let alone children. So during the pandemic, we added, there was another layer of scariness. All of the doctors and nurses and staff were also in masks. So that added another level of anxiety for our kids, really not knowing or seeing facial expressions. So we were internally talking, what can we do? And we got an email from Karen and our team saying, hey, we have a great idea. And, just to have these, we all like the cards, but imagine the cards blown up 150% on walls, right? So we have, frogs hugging surfboards in the hall. And it just really brings a level of calm and comfort in many situations that are very stressful for kids and families. So the halls are brightened. Some of the images show also in our ceiling tiles. So if a child's having a procedure, we've all had a procedure and we're staring at white tile walls. Some of those images are in the ceiling, which, really, again, just helps to eliminate the anxiety and the fear.
Yeah, I saw that one with the little dog there on the ceiling, looking back over his shoulder with the hospital gown tied in the back. I'm sure the kids are like, oh, I'm not alone. Karen, what are some of the other environments outside of the hospital setting where you hope these characters will have an impact as well?
Well, we, as you know, we tested at CS Mott first. They're a great partner and a natural partner to work with. But we see it working with not only hospitals, but in doctors' offices, pediatricians, dentist offices, and even veterinarians as well. A lot of times when you bring your animal in, whether you're a child or adult, and your animal is sick, you're nervous. I don't know if it's going to help the pet when they see the different images, but I think it'll definitely help the child, or the pet owner as well. But I think
Right.
there's so many opportunities, and
Absolutely.
they're cheerful characters. Even one
Right.
of the things we tried out too is even creating with little badges of courage with the animals on there as well, that can be put on an IV bag or put on a cast,
I
or
saw
again,
the
just something to
stickers there
distract
in
the
that one
child.
shot. Luann, we could talk about this all day long because you really are spreading joy to people who are experiencing anxiety, especially the kids. Thank you both so much for being with us. Luann Ewald, the CEO of CS Mott Children's Hospital, and Karen McDonald with Help Mark. We really appreciate both of you being with us today. Great job.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We turn our attention